None of that voice.
Ronnie
Just
tweet.
kinda-
Ronnie tweet.
I want to talk about this Ronnie tweet because I just think there's a bit of on
Ooh.
this Gentlemates thing, chat. They are going to spend. I just want to be clear. Like the money that they want to spend to build their team is essentially the same amount of money that Falcons, FaZe, and Toronto would spend. They don't have a centerpiece at the moment to build around. What they're doing is they're going and telling people like, we can build a super roster here if we can recruit people. The problem is they run in the same. This is not going to outplay these two teams in this window.
I didn't realize Gentlemates had this much cash.
But maybe like they're going like if Gentlemates are like attempting to make a $2 million roster. Then this gets super weird because then we're just crashing the ceiling at that point. And I don't know what the fuck happens, but like that would just inevitably just break all this. But I don't think we're at that point yet. But if they're spending the same amount of coin like FaZe and Toronto and OpTic and Thieves are type shit, like it's just they have a recruitment problem. It's not about the like I'm saying
it goes to get dropped, not necessarily, but kind of like he tweeted out he's a restricted free agent, meaning like the team told him that he could explore options, I guess. So kind of. Like, is there like the fan base is asking if we can help recruit players, and he said there's this particular player that they would unlock the entire market for them, which I assume
Paco or Joe.
Thieves are not going to. Thieves are. I need to shut this down now. Thieves are not going to sell Paco and Scrap. It's just not going to happen.
I think Joe is the player he's talking about. I think
it's got to be either Joe or it's got to be either Joe, Tyler, or MC. I don't think it's.
I don't think it's MC.
But that's the problem. Is all of those guys in their situations and their best teams can happen on FaZe in Toronto. And FaZe in Toronto, Joe is already contracted Toronto, and FaZe has Simp. So like LAG don't have anyone in these boxes. That's the issue here, chat.
I think from the team building
getting
side,
spicy.
If they can get Joe, then they can get a second SMG that's really good around him. And then if you have a SMG duo like that, you are recruiting.
I'm gonna say this now. Whatever they're willing to pay for Joe, Thieves, FaZe, Falcons are also willing to pay for him. So I don't know. Like maybe they go to an insane bidding war here and they go way above everybody. But like I don't think that they're like there's that much of a fucking delta.
Wait, someone said the GIF is literally Joe. Is the guy's name Joe in the movie or Netflix series?
Is that what's going on here? Is it Joey D
Oh,
thing?
Is there a double meaning to this?
Is that what's going on here, Chad? Is it a Joey D thing? In Toronto, declined the Joe offer. So I said this earlier that I talked to a lot of people around the league, people that are trying to acquire Joe, and then obviously Toronto side, whatever.
Restricted FA means basically that there needs to be some sort of buyout.
Toronto
because it's
Joe, they haven't told anybody.
In the regular sports, it has to do with like right of first refusal and offering someone a contract.
There may be
and
a number out there
if they don't, or sorry, if the team doesn't want to actually give them up, they have to match that contract number. But like in COD terms, at the basis, like basically they need some.
Like this is like very complicated.
Because the team still has their rights. Yeah, Azarino, like this is a top tier rostermania. This and CDL year one have to be like the most interesting ones for sure.
That'd be insane.
Because rostermania year one was just everyone needed to go to a new team basically.
I think what's more likely happening here is just a little bit of market manipulation, Chad. I think there's a bit of a social media finesse going on. Taylor, I know who the Gentlemates. Okay, I know who Gentlemates is trying to get. We've talked about this in past streams. The problem is the people that they are trying to get are also could potentially team on Toronto.
Wait, who are they trying to get?
Could potentially be on FaZe, and some that could potentially be on Thieves.
Wait, who are they trying to get? I don't get this intel. You not sharing intel?
So they've been. It's not that hard to piece together because their name has been linked in every fucking Ronnie article since now and fucking forever. If you've been paying attention, chat, Gentlemates have been in all those fucking Ronnie articles. Yeah, if you want to tweet out, Taylor, and like that way we can talk about it, go ahead. It's not that difficult to piece together. The problem is that once you piece it together, you realize that there's, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so they're in the Draza, BZ, Joe sweepstakes too, I guess.
Well, this is the thing. It's like, this is the same players that everybody's looking at though.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not, tell me twist is Dan, but now that Dan's free, like, but Abe, Zach, and they can do this on Toronto. If Zach doesn't want to stay, they can make this team on Toronto with Joe. Why wouldn't you just do that?
Yeah, I heard that, Ronnie. He was DMing me, but I just figured because that was all the tweets and stuff.
That's the problem with Gentlemates. They don't have a one piece, you know? I would say FaZe, but I don't think fucking Simp and fucking Tyler are teaming again, you know? You could just you can easily do the team fucking here. Unless Toronto don't want Dan, and that's why this is linking. Unless maybe Toronto is super locked on this Ken thing. But the only problem with the team is this requires them.
Gentleman's in Dallas. They were in Dallas last year. I'm not sure if they'll continue to be.
And also probably paying Zach a lot of money.
What have you done? Yeah, I don't know, bro. We have.
I would assume knowing Zach that he
created waves. Perk 30. Shout out Perk 30.
2 and 3. You're paying him that.
Everyone's breaking.
Tyler would have to get bought out. Dan would have to get bought out. And you have to pay all those players. So assuming you're paying them all around 2 or 3, you're on the hook for 8 before buyouts.
Based on his Val wave, no, actually he was talking to me about it because we were doing content yesterday. He's like, dude, I'm grinding Val. And I'm like,
if they're rich, why does it even matter?
Ken draws a BZ Joe and mates instead of Ultra. Yeah, dude, this sweepstakes is going to be interesting.
I say this politely.
Because you could technically see those 4 on either. If Gentleman's is actually willing to spend that much, that's crazy. But who knows? Maybe they are.
You're building a good team, but if you're about to spend $2 million doing it and it doesn't work, then what happens? You just blew up the market for literally anyone you want to get.
Just to get ran by Perk 30. I'm joking.
Basically. No, it's a good joke. It's a good joke. What's stopping Falcons from dropping a bag and buying out Scrap Paco? To Steve saying that they're not for sale at any price. Do you understand, Chad? Do you understand how much of a PR clusterfuck it would be if Hydra and Scrap got sold? Do you understand?
I think it's either Draws and Ghosty or Draws and Ken. I don't think Ken and Ghosty would get along. Like, I agree.
GG's. You are now.
I feel like the Draws Ken thing has weight to it.
Because you tried to make a super team, it didn't win camps.
I feel like it has weight to it.
And then Falcons came along and blew your shit up. GG's. Go next. It's over. That's why it won't happen, because it's over. Now, if it's over because people walk for free, well, then they walk for free. That's what it is. But they will have a massive political PR and fan problem if that were to happen.
It's getting spicy.
That's all I'm saying. This is a really fun roster, man.
I'm telling you, this people are saying it might be better than year 1, and I'm kind of getting on that wave now. Year 1 was fucking crazy.
Year 1's crazy, bro. Nade would never do it. You're getting into like what it even happens in pro sports chat. It even happens in pro sports.
Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
I know, because I'm a Knicks fan. James Dolan is notorious for this. At some point, it then becomes less about money and more about emotion. I'm not saying that Matt would get emotional. Don't fucking clip farm me and fucking, I'm saying. That's not what that's saying, but it's like,
And clipped.
So it's just, I think Gentlemates is trying to soften the ground a bit to try and make this team happen. They know that the deck is a little bit stacked against them. They know that they got to pay a premium on coin, but that might not be enough, bro. That might not be enough. Maybe what is happening again is that Ken is just like, Toronto's just dead set on Ken. And then these guys don't want a team with Ken, which is weird because I thought Zach and Ken want a team. I don't know. This shit's kind of weird. Again, I also
who's Ghosty's ideal AR duo? I don't know. You got to ask him.
I think Draza is fucking playing everybody.
I can see him like if Toronto doesn't go the way of Draws Ken, I can see him going.
I see me play these for a while
with Joe and Abizi if that ends up being a case. So. Because I think him and Joe are probably still in good terms with after like teaming up in LAT. But I don't know who would be their duo. I'm interested to see who that would be. I actually don't know.
I think there's a reason why people are not playing up on some of these teams. Well, I think the reason is, there's only a couple potential options. I don't think it's talent.
And they want to see a word counter for Ben, like instead of steps, it's words. I hear that.
If it's not talent, I'll let you guys figure this one out.
Go see Nasty back together. I could low-key see it. I can see it 100%. If Dan doesn't land on that Toronto team, I could see him teaming up with Nasty again. Possibly. I don't know. I don't know. I can see him team up like, let's say Rancor leaves Heretics, maybe.
It's not Mini is not definitely not that. So I'll let you guys.
I don't think Dan would ever team with Dante. I don't think those two get along from what I remember.
It's not talent.
I doubt they would team together.
So it's not a unsolvable problem. He's just gonna have to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta address those things.
Yo, Ben Windhorst. I'm about to start calling him.
Ben Windhorst.
You're actually Ben Windhorst.
Ben Windhorst is good. Dallas staying on FaZe, I think, is definitely a possibility. We outlined this earlier, right? Because
how does it feel? You don't have to worry about any of this. It feels fucking amazing.
As much as Steve's would be his best chance to win,
got my feet kicked up.
The money ratio might be on FaZe.
Yapping with Ben, yapping with Easy Mac and Nameless. Feet kicked up is a good feeling after the year we were going through earlier.
Steve's end up sticking? No, I think they're dropping at least one.
JP was in Lee. Would he run an AR sub or flex?
Who knows? It's rostermania, bro. People burn bridges.
I don't know. I'd run a sub and just go to the hill, bro. Catch me in the hill.
Who knows?
I'll get your time. I'll get them weak. I probably won't get the kill, but I'll get there. I get your hills. So 11 changes are being made outside of you. If Heretics don't stay, then yeah, probably.
Empire Benjay, I think for someone like,
because I can technically see the Heretics guys going back and just playing under there. I just don't know the contract situation and organization,
offering like
budget and all that type of stuff that Miami has.
I'm not sure what Stroh's business plan is going forward. Like, I don't know if he's going to do another raise. and then get back.
Oh, there's been talks about Renegade and
Legend.
Legend. Is there any talk for bound coming COD? I don't know about any of the Halo players. I'm just saying I would not be surprised if one of these teams take a shot on like a Legend.
Miami, Florida spot technically Misfits do.
I was getting some hate for saying that they should be in challengers first, but I'm going to be honest. I think the org, if they're trying to take a risk on someone, if they're in a rebuild, I think Legend is a very good opportunity for that.
Was Dan, Zach, and Abizi. Who would you guys hear for?
Hey, Tom Brady might go. Appreciate the sub with Prime. Thank you.
I think you do Toby, right?
I mean, yeah, Toby makes sense, but again, I don't know his contract thing with Ultra. But hey, if they're willing to buy him out, then yeah, sure.
I think he's a UFA.
The problem with Kleenex, I don't think him and Tyler are a good duo. I think there's better fits for Travis than that. I think the thing with Kleenex and Abe is like, I think.
You know what's funny is that just goes right back to 04 again, man.
Yeah, it really does. His and Abe could be good too. What does Mamba play? I think Mamba is just gonna have to wait.
Mamba's an AR.
Yeah, true.
No, this is not Slasher Austin. This is Easy Mac Austin.
Oh, it's just a super fan video they posted. Okay, they just posted a super fan video.
Who?
Thieves. They just posted one of those like super. A lot of these teams flew out like super fans to the event, and they had to do content for it. So it's just a super fan video. Yeah. You see Nep to C9? Yes. I think him and Kyle Kremp would be a very funny duo, but I'm down for that. I assume Kremp's going back to C9. I'm assuming, but I could be wrong. Who knows? If Falcons keep Exnid for another year, yes. Will he start? Depends on how shit shakes out. But I don't think he's going anywhere.
Someone asked a good question. If let's say Dan doesn't team with Draws, who do you see him teaming with? Our duo.
Dan?
Yeah. I was saying Nasty. I feel like Nasty would probably.
Literally what I was
yeah.
Let's revert this page.
I like Nasty.
Agreed.
I think those two would be underrated together. Like the two underrated duo.
They teamed together last year, right?
I can see Dan going.
The end of LA Thieves that year was actually really good.
It was
those two, Joe and Brent, right?
Yeah. I could see Dan going to FaZe.
I could see. Yeah. Rancor, I think is a good one too. I don't think he'll team with Dante. People keep saying Dante and Dan. I don't think they get along with each other. From what I remember.
The guy who made the rostermania.com site. Someone asked him how much he spent to get the domain. He said 10 euros.
Really?
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's crazy. How is rostermania.com not taken?
How is it not taken? This guy asked him how much the domain was. He said fucking. It's actually insane.
Do you think Draws and Scrap drop the beef? They would be a good duo. I think they would be a really good duo. The problem is the beef. The beef is too strong.
They got it, bro. I like to use this.
Fit for them.
It actually is. That's the funny shit.
They are way that they approach COD. Like it's just like they would need to be single-minded. I don't know. All that fucking tension. Like they got to be able to just pull it all aside.
Yeah. Like strictly gameplay stuff, it would work. But like out of game and like gameplay, like you said, gameplay related stuff, like or in terms of thought process and stuff. Anything mental, Tash says Scrap doesn't give a fuck anymore. It's just Draws who's not dropping it. I mean, but there was a lot of things said in that, so like I could get it if he doesn't want to drop it. Like there was legit beef between them. Chat.
Ghosty Nasty doesn't have enough slaying. I don't know. Dan's a weird one because like the year before Dan was also like incredible. So like you might be thinking about just this year. I think Dan's good. Dan has also played like 3 different roles in 3 years. Is that not like insane to anyone? Am I crazy in saying that? Dan's basically had to fill 3 different roles in 3 years.
Yeah. I was at a BZ and Draws dropped it before FaZe, but that was nowhere near the same amount of beef.
I think it's the same role he had with that Thieves team with Nasty.
You're saying if him and Nasty paired?
Yeah, I feel like he would be in the same role. It's like him and Scrap.
Yeah, Byron plays more straight up than Scrap though. Like Byron, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Byron's gonna play more like it'll play more with more like flow instead of like.
Oh, it's good, Damon. It's good, skate fan.
Oh, I get you.
Wait, what is? Don't see what? What do you don't see? I wasn't really.
He's not terrible at it. For what it's worth, he's like.
I don't know what he was talking about.
Right? Let's see. Look at it. Scrap.
That is crazy. That is that close. Ultra rumors are Joe, Abe, Kenny. What do you think about a good fourth? Would be a good fourth. I think the Draws fit is probably the best fit for that.
This is maybe a
rumored team I think is good.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like my issue is I get like so swamped with everything else. I just don't have enough time to actually play with the data as much as I would like to.
Love the Kenny and Draws reunion.
I mean,
if
someone
Ben doesn't
can build a tool that we can easily like.
But yeah, I do. I agree. I like the reunion.
I'm creating content around it. It's not that difficult once you got that.
So are 4 orgs bidding for the same 5 to 7 players? It looks like it. It looks like there's like 4 spenders that are
like I've been redoing
probably
like
fighting
data lately, and that's where like all my work's been going towards.
Luke and TJ. Why would I look at Kyler and TJ, bro? Page once again, just a fucking great S&D season.
From what's rumored, do you think the season has? Do you think this season has a big three or more?
Not good enough to get on an elite team.
I gotta see the actual teams. I don't like doing it based off rumors.
He's the problem. He's one of the because
we don't know what
player every
the teams will shake out to be like. Like things could completely change in the next couple of days or weeks.
Play
or
with the best sim and respawn.
Shit, if this takes months.
Consistently impactful over the course of a year.
Nah, I'm not instigating ban. We already had that discussion before.
When it's new T's, that's just cat. They don't even play remotely the same. They don't even play remotely the same chat.
You had to unfollow that guy and switch to your stream. Well, welcome, Calibars. But sheesh.
Those control numbers are insane. They were one of the best control teams. It's a flip flop.
Couldn't justify watching.
Best control player.
Fortunately, you will also get ads over here. That's just a Twitch thing.
Good.
He's always been good at control though. Has been.
I still can't think of what this Neptune issue is.
Always fucking good this game.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think
he's got a great understanding.
Players of how to really valued 04,
which is a lot of.
And that's probably why they're trying to play with him over him. But I don't know.
These numbers are insane. He does everything you want in this game, bro. He's stacking.
Yeah, maybe
points,
personality as well too.
Pressure. He's staying alive. I mean, he's in the bottom 30 in debts, but like,
I appreciate the Calibars.
Like, I would expect sub players to be on the bottom half of that. He's technically a net positive.
My favorite for thinking FaZe should keep one of seller draws, 100%. I think if Simp kept one of them, I think that's probably one of the better options. But the thing is, like, I don't know.
But I don't know if this is.
I don't know what the situation was like with that FaZe team. Was it like, was Abe on the outs? Did Draws not like playing with Simp? Did he not like playing with Cell? Did Cell not like playing with Abe? Did Cell not like playing with Simp? Like, I don't. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what the internal.
Because Hossie played.
It's a little bit of that.
Like the drama or like the dynamics were like
across all the maps. Just put a multiplier on the maps so it evens out.
Yeah, but that's what you gotta do. You got to put a multiplier.
Lion was already too deep in the current cards when I started doing that, but I do have it.
It's accessible to community now. It's the Easy Max special. It was to help us do the fucking our ballot, which I've submitted.
It's just tough because like the more complicated something is, the less likely that the community is to use it. Like we should be always using adjusted KD. Like overall KD shouldn't be used at all, but everyone still uses it.
Tried to push that in BO4. Yeah, try to push it in BO4. It never really got traction.
Dude, it is.
It's so much better, bro. It actually takes into account S&D. Like the fact that we're still using overall is crazy to me. I'm not gonna.
I hate it because like I try to use it and everyone
doesn't. No one caught on. It's sad.
No, adjusted KD. You and I have talked about this before. Adjusted KD.
Also, you can do multiple versions of adjusted KD too. You could do a 30-30-30 or a 33-33 like that, or you could do a 40-40-20.
You got to start educating people on tests though. I actually think the test is a good stat.
Like even that one, I if we had more data points, like I always wish we had like damage healed.
How's MC highest in bad? MC's the highest percentage test in the league. How the fuck is that possible?
Because it's just that one's just kills and assists divided by engagements.
Oh, so if you're slow and you just
if you don't have a lot of
deaths, it just means you're really efficient.
Yeah. Then ask Austin, what if KD is yellow on breaking point post match stats?
In the future, I do want to change it so there's red, green, and yellow. We just don't have that right now.
I mean, yellow kind of like yellow. You should just make one though. It should be green or red. And why are we? Otherwise, it's gonna be really annoying. If yellow is just a range from 0.95 to 105, it's gonna be really annoying.
I was just thinking no color, just like a black text for.
No, you should put some color, but then it's gonna be a pain in the ass to like. It's not gonna work out the way you think it's gonna work out because it's gonna be really hard to scan it and instantly see.
Yeah,
it covers too much.
Well, I do like the idea of the yellow one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I like the idea of it. All right, we got Ghost of Hope, who is like tier 3 for CDL these days. This is falling.
I do fuck with his game related stuff, but his CDL ones have been lacking.
Tier 1 for tier 3 for this shit. This is talking about Rancor is falling through from what I've heard. Miami will not be selling him, which I think is true. I'm not surprised. This is very true. So
I just like that, but I just don't like the fact that someone can be like -1 and you have a red KD, and it's like. First off, I just hate that people.
Yeah, I like the yellow. I like the yellow base shit. I'm not gonna lie. I think people read into that shit way too much. Personally, just they see as red, and it's like, bro, the guy had 0.9 with more damage than everyone on his team.
Well, that's why, like, dude, I wish we had damage taken. How much of your damage dealt got healed? How much of that actually went towards finishing off that player? That's another thing. Like ARs do a lot of chip damage, which is still good damage because you're.
You say Miami played some of you guys this year? Felt like they were moving on the map. At times, but
also if
I just thought they were a good team, like pretty decent compared. Like they would always.
So it's not as valuable.
At least at tournaments and stuff, they were a threat, you know.
But we can't even do that because
bro, like they were 1 second from beating us. That's why I was surprised when I was hearing that they might split up. It's like, oh shit, I thought they would stick.
Yeah, I wish we had more API access, but as you know.
How do you determine adjusted KD? You just wait game modes more. So like you wait search and destroy more. No. Because thinking about it, the engagements that you get in search and destroy is so much lower than you get in respawns. So it's not going to affect overall KD as much. So that's why you need it adjusted. So that search is weighed so much more when you look at overall KD.
That's impossible.
That's why I don't like overall KD. I just like looking at hardpoint control.